You get paid hourly?
Ready to go? Do you want to do a roll call for us? Here.
Mr. San Francisco.
Here.
Mr. Lynch.
Here.
Mr. Burns.
Here.
Stover is absent.
All right.
Township zoning officer.
All right. Our pledge of allegiance.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Sir.
Hello. Mr. Bilker, is the file in order?
The file is in
Oh,
order.
sorry, I'm asking you.
I believe
Been a while.
put up on the screen the property posting by the township, the notice that was sent to Delco Times and it was advertised twice. We have the proof of publication and the list of names of the adjacent property owners.
All right, and this is application Z 2022-23, Sharon and Edmund Gaffney, 515 North Newtown Street Road, pertaining to the subject property. Applicant is seeking variance relief from section 172-104A to allow construction of a 6-foot-high fence beyond the frontmost portion of the residence. The applicant also requests relief from any other sections of the zoning ordinance that may be realized during the zoning hearing process. Subject premise is located in the R2 zoning district. And who do we have here on behalf of this application?
Hi, my name is Brian Madsen. I'm with Apex Design and Engineering Group. We're the,
You want to hold that microphone? It's just because for our stream, we need to make sure.
yes. Yes, I do. So my name is Brian Madsen. I'm with Apex Design and Engineering Group. We're the civil engineers for the project. Here tonight on behalf of the property owners, Sharon Gaffney and Edmund Gaffney. The property is located at 515 North Newtown Street Road in Newtown Township. The reason why we're here tonight is to request a variance to install a new fence along closer to the street than the frontmost portion of the dwelling. And as you may recall, the property owners were in front of you about 2 years ago requesting the same relief. At the time that relief was granted, until recently, they're ready to install the new fence. They're now ready to install that new fence.
Are you here as in support of this or as part of contestants, public comment? Okay. Okay. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Just wanted to make sure we didn't have anybody, against it or anything. So, all right, good enough.
So the zoning relief was granted about 2 years ago, and the Gaffneys were ready to install the fence now. It came to their attention that since the relief was granted 2 years ago, that relief has since expired, which is why we're here tonight. The existing conditions plan that's shown up on the board now shows the location of the existing fence line along the frontage of the property. It also shows the existing 6-foot-tall solid wood fence along the southern side yard. 6-foot-tall solid wood fence. It's
Mr. Madsen, you can sit down too.
I'll sit down.
You realize.
All right. And that fence line
Yeah, all your
is
stuff right there, so.
fence line is along the southern side yard property line.
Just really quick too. So did you want to go on the record as a party protestant, you said, or you just?
I just have information.
Just concerns you have about the fence? Okay, and the reason I'm asking if you want to go on the record as a party protestant is it'll give you the, okay, okay.
Okay.
All right, sorry, you can continue.
So the next plan is the proposed conditions plan. That this slide here shows the current, the existing conditions. The photograph on the top of this plan shows the existing fence line along the frontage of the Gaffney's property. The middle picture also shows the fence line along the adjoining property to the north. That site is at 517 North Newtown Street Road. And that picture shown facing north along Newtown Street Road shows the neighbor's fence along the frontage of the property. The two photographs on the bottom are a little bit further south on Newtown Street Road, showing the existing fence line along the frontage of the properties a little bit further south. And the final photograph on the bottom right shows the existing solid wood fence along the side, the southern side yard property of the Gaffney's property. The proposed plan is to install a new fence line along the frontage of the property. The plan is also to replace the existing fence line along the southern side yards and to install a new fence in the same location. We're here tonight to answer any questions that you may have.
So nothing's changed since the last approval?
Nothing has changed. The only change out would be to replace the side yard fence in the same location.
With the same exact fence?
So yeah, it's a 6 foot tall solid fence. The finished side will face the adjoining property. Yeah,
The height's not changing, nothing's changing, just.
correct. It's just
Okay.
replacing it in the same location.
You talked about the fence that will go, excuse me, in the, along 252, the style fence that will be,
It's a 6 foot tall slip rail fence.
that's actually in your, I think, exhibit, right?
It's in the exhibit.
Yeah.
This one?
Yes,
Yeah.
that's, that first page is the style of fence proposed along the frontage.
And is the plan to follow the same fence line that exists today?
Yes, it is.
Okay. And the reason that you're here again today is because the time has expired or lapsed where you were approved to put the fence in that period of time?
Yes, I believe the timeline was within 6 months. The owners needed to obtain a permit for the fence.
Got it.
And Mrs. Howell, I'm curious to hear from you too, if you don't mind. Do you want to come up here just so you can speak into the microphone?
Just hit that button, it'll turn green.
There no mic there? Yeah, have a seat, just.
Can I share with you what I've?
Yeah, sure.
Information to consider.
Yeah.
I only have a couple copies who would.
We're good at sharing, we don't mind.
Wants this.
What's that?
You know what, is it all right if I just mark a couple of the exhibits that have been discussed right now, and then I can include this with the individual. So Joe, just for record purposes, I know Andy mentioned this earlier about the file being ordered, but for record purposes, I'd request that the applicant's application for zoning relief be marked as B1. The notice that was conspicuously posted at the property should be marked as B2. The notice that was in the Delaware County Daily Times on 2 consecutive weeks should be marked as B3. The list of residences that received notice of tonight's hearing should be marked as B4. The applicant has also, with his application, submitted a number of drawings and photographs of fencing. I would suggest that be marked as A1. And ma'am, what did you say your name was?
I'm Pam Hanold.
Handolf?
Hanold.
Handled, okay.
Yeah.
So Ms. Handled has just submitted 3 pages of documents, which looks like a plot map and some information that was sent to her from an engineer. I would suggest that be marked as H1. So we've got B exhibits for board, applicant exhibits as A, and then Handled exhibits as H. Are they admitted, Mr. Chair, I would request they be admitted into the record.
Admitted. All right. Ms. Hanold, if you just want to take us through your concerns or questions you have, this way we can address anything.
The mic is on, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
My concerns are that during or on or before February 11th, the property monument between our 2 properties where the fence line exists, between our 2 properties was missing. And when I did communicate with my neighbor about it, then it appeared. So that you see the 2 different engineers found 2 different states of the property monument, that one was completely gone, not to be found, and the second did find a piece of a broken monument placed upon this spot. So that's my concern, is that there has been some damage to the property monument between our
Okay.
homes.
Thereby affecting the,
The certainty of, not really,
The
I
actual
have a deed
survey.
and a
And it looks-
title and whatnot, so I'm not highly concerned, but I want it to be on the record.
okay, so is that reflected in the survey report?
It is.
Okay,
The highlighted areas on the February 11th said that the monuments could not be located. And in the letter from Damon Engineering, they said that the monument had been damaged.
is there, Mr. Madsen,
Yes.
Are you aware of this additional survey that took place?
Well, I know
And
that-
Are you in concurrence or agreement with the findings of the actual?
Well, I know that at the time of the original survey, which was performed by Momini Inc., at the time that the plans were developed, these plans, these plans are based off of that survey plan that located the monumentation along Newtown Street Road. But the plans are referenced off of that survey plan, showing the fence locations based on that survey plan. I was aware that there was, our survey group has performed some stakeout work on site, and I don't know, I'm not aware of any work that's been done related to the monument.
Go ahead.
Address. My name is Sharon Gaffney. I'm,
Yeah, might as well have you sworn in if you give your name.
oh, I swear to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. My name is Sharon Gaffney. I'm the property owner at 515 North Newtown Street Road. When Ms. Hanold notified us that the monuments were missing, I went out to see, she and somebody were walking around on our property, and I went out to ask her what she was doing, and she said that she was having the property surveyed. And I said, okay. And I guess she informed me at that point that the monuments could not be found. So I contacted our landscape company, our landscape architect, and asked them to locate the monuments. They looked at the location on the plans, they located the monuments and marked them with stakes as well as with fluorescent paint. They did find the broken piece. We don't know when it was broken, how long it's been broken, but they did find that piece and placed it next to the monument, but we did mark it. After that, we had this property surveyed by I think your engineering group.
Yep.
Again, twice, and had the property staked out again. Each time Ms. Hanold removed the stakes on her property that were along the property line. I don't know why she did that, but every time it cost us $1,000 to have the property restaked. We've done nothing untoward. We've followed, specific procedures. We have a landscape architect involved. We've had Mominy and additional surveys done. So I don't,
I'll be honest, I'm not really sure how we're supposed to address this, and maybe you can provide some guidance, because it seems like.
I'm
a
not
lot of-
protesting their
Yeah.
project. I'm just
Yeah, that's,
asking for
I know, and it seems
oversight.
like something that's probably
Well,
not for us to handle.
If I can make a suggestion, and whichever way the board is inclined to vote, if it's inclined to grant the zoning relief, my only suggestion would be, and I doubt that the applicant would really have an objection to this, is to make sure that all of the fencing that's going to be put on the property is done where it's supposed to be. As the testimony and the exhibits that have been submitted tonight, it should be done in accordance with those. So it's not going beyond the property lines. I don't think anybody
Yeah.
would disagree with that. So
No,
as long
no,
as that's made a
I don't
condition
disagree
of
with
this zoning relief, to the extent that you're going to grant it, I think that's a simple enough solution to solve the issue. You're not here to solve.
Yeah,
the
that's why I didn't
problem.
and
want
we're setting it off. We already notified her. We were setting it off 6 inches.
Okay.
We notified her that and showed her the fence, and she's getting the nicer side of the fence. And so it's just,
No, that's fine. I mean, as long as, we can move past that. What we're here is to look at the
I
fence.
just
and-
wanted to voice my
Yeah,
concerns.
that's fair.
Yeah.
And you're okay with what this design is now for the fence, though, as a direct neighbor? Okay.
She's indicating, yes, she's nodding,
Yes,
but
I-
not speaking. She's indicating.
Yes, I
yes.
am. Yes, I swear.
I'll make a motion to approve application Z 2022-23.
Is there a second?
I'll second with that it's within the property line and in accordance to what's going on.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Aye. All right, motion carries. Good luck with your fence.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
thank you.
Is there any additional business?
All right, meeting